Thank you for joining us on Sheridan County Ag Update. Today I have with me members of the John B. Kendrick FFA chapter, and we'll get right to them, but quickly I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Heartland Kubota and True Belt Builders. Without them, we couldn't do this. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. So let's just go around the room. Tell me your name and what you do, what your office is, or if you're just a member.
I'm Levi Peldo. I'm the reporter.
I'm Colton Smith, and I'm this year's treasurer for the chapter.
Okay.
My name is Stephen Gamble, and I'm just a member.
Well, guys, thanks for being here today. New year, new slate of officers, so exciting. You guys just had an officer retreat here not long ago, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we went up to the YMCA up in the mountains on the Buffalo side of the Bighorns, and we just kind of spent a couple days up in the mountains as a new officer team. It's completely new. The only person that's the same from last year is Raleigh Hartman. He's this year's chapter president. And we just had a great bonding opportunity, kind of got to know each other as officers and what our strengths and weaknesses are and kind of how we can work together as a team more.
Good. So
Yeah.
good experience.
Yeah, we just came up with all of our goals that we want to try to achieve. Hopefully we achieve all of them, but yeah.
9 months of the school year seems like a long time, but it's really not. It's going to fly. It already has a little bit.
Yeah.
So what else we got going on? You guys had some things that you did this summer, some project learning things, and also some volunteer opportunities. Let's talk about those.
So we did the Wild Rodeo Slack it was a week long. And then because of that, we got invited back to do the college rodeo this weekend.
Okay.
So that'll be a good time. Yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody what you guys do during Slack? Because I know a lot of people don't get to see you, and even during the performance, you guys are kind of in the back. So let's talk about what you guys do.
Yeah, so during Slack week, we show up in the mornings, and this year it was ran a little bit different. They split the tripping into 2 days. So instead of showing up at usually 5 in the morning, we kind of split it up and showed up at about 6 to 7 o'clock Monday night, and then showed up at like 7 or 6 Tuesday morning. Mm-hmm. And we just we moved the cattle into the chutes in order of what the contestants are going.
Draw order.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we move them into that order, and then we run them through, and then we separate them by pens and stuff like that, get their head wraps and everything like that off. So it's just a fun experience for people that don't normally move cattle and stuff like that. So it's a great learning opportunity ag-wise. For sure.
And you get to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
Last year when I was up there, some of the young ladies were really enthralled with some of the ropers, I have to say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Liz, can you introduce us? We got a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a picture with Chad Mayfield last year because a couple of the girls were like going all crazy. So he was nice and gave us a picture.
Well, that was good. Yeah, I had some, when I did flags, I had a couple of young men who were fanboying it over Junior Nagara. I'm like, well, just go talk to him. Quality Kubota machinery and customer care from the heart. Proudly serving Sheridan and the surrounding area since 1996. Go online to heartlandkubota.com or stop by Heartland Kubota, 2450 Heartland Drive. So anyway, so you guys get to do the college rodeo this weekend, which is great.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah, we get to do Slack and the perf, so that'll be super cool.
Yeah. So if you guys don't have anything to do this weekend, check out the college rodeo up at the fairgrounds. Mm-hmm. It's always a good time. College people from all over the region are here. So, all right. So what else is going on? Doing concessions at the football?
Yeah, we do concessions every Friday home game. Fun. I guess it's also almost a learning experience for the people that don't get to be around as many people and do all that on a normal day, as a job. So it's kind of fun just to hang out and have fun and help people at the game.
Yeah, and it also gives you a sense of almost leadership just to kind of be at that game, kind of providing food and drinks for everybody, making sure everybody has a good time. So I think it's just a fun experience for people to learn kind of more of a business side of things, dealing with money, dealing with different people, and kind of dealing with the imports and exports of stuff. So,
and the public.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Notice Stuart and I didn't even try to cut this last weekend. Stuart goes, well, we could just go around. Colton can go get me a burger. I'm like, no, we'll wait in line. Actually, no, it was opposite. Stuart, I was like, let's just cut.
Yeah.
All right, so, and we had county fair and state fair that happened, and you guys all participated in county fair. So how was that?
It was good. Yeah, this was my first year competing in like showing in FFA divisions, but
Okay.
I did the goats and the steer side of it, and it was a good time. And then I actually won the beef showmanship here for FFA, and I was able to go compete down at state for that. That was a good time. It's tough competition down at state fair for sure.
Well, and I think what people don't realize is when you get to state fair, not just everybody from FFA gets to participate. You kind of have to earn your way. It's just one per chapter, correct?
Yep, it's the whoever wins each county or from each chapter, and then I think there's 35 people in that beef showmanship. I mean, it was a tough class. It's a different level of competition down there for sure. So,
And I think what Ella Hiller represented in the goats, if I'm correct, and
I
then
believe so.
I don't think Amy didn't go to state fair since she was our sheep,
Yeah.
right?
She didn't go.
And I think what Jet West was our swine showman from here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, good. And you guys all enjoyed your projects.
Yes, it was fun.
Colton had a challenging project, but you know what? It taught you perseverance.
Yeah, some steers just aren't meant for the show world. We found out.
Some steers are just meant to fulfill their destiny, but I'm sure he's
Yeah.
real tasty.
Yeah, he better be because he was not real nice.
He had his moments. Rango had his moments. So getting ready, I know a couple of you are getting ready for your next year's projects. You've got steers coming in. Colton, you're going to try pigs next year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
you
the
get
plan.
you get to hold off a little bit, but you guys got your steers lined out and
Yeah.
Yep, probably too many, but it'll be all right.
that's okay. It's always fun to have a lot to do.
I'll get Colton to come help me.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll have a little bit of downtime. So
You've been in the show barn. If not, I'll get reports. I'll tell Stuart.
oh.
So, and then you guys have some contests coming up this fall, or those spring contests?
Yeah, our livestock judging team, me, Steven, Ella, Natalie, all went to Casper this last weekend. Got 5th overall. It was a little bit different because there was some North Dakota schools that came down,
Oh, wow.
and then it was pretty much the same after that, but those North Dakota kids were pretty good.
So are you guys going to go to Nile as a team and compete?
Yes, I think we have 7 people going down. As of right now, 7 for FFA.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So-
kind of since it's such a big event, it's kind of something that our advisors opened up to like the whole chapter. Like if you want to kind of dip your feet in livestock judging. So
Okay.
And then it'll give you that whole year just to kind of learn. Like for freshmen that's never done it, gives them a whole year to learn before if they want to go to state or if they make the state team. So it's a good learning opportunity at the Nile, I think.
Well, and then you've got your Nile Merit heifer that you'll be on display here.
yep, I'll have her down there for 3 days. So.
Okay. And I might have heard that some of you might be getting recruited for the club calf sale to get
Oh.
stuff ready.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I might have heard that.
Yeah.
All right, so what else have we got here? You got on your list here the state officer.
Yeah, so we had Spencer and Sean, the Sentinel and the vice president this year for the state. They came to our chapter and kind of just checked in with our officer team, kind of seeing where we were at with leadership-wise and kind of goal-wise, what we have planned out for the year. And they just had a sit-down conversation with us over lunch. The advisors paid for them to come down here and paid for the lunch. So it was really cool experience to see what just those 2 state officers can have an impact on our team like that and what they can accomplish in just one day during lunch. So it was a great experience for our team, and I think that we'll be ready to push through this year.
Well, and this year you guys kind of have you've had some changes. Clay Christensen is still teaching, but he stepped back as an FFA advisor. You guys have you have Cheney, and then you also have a new one, Taylor Reynolds. She's your new advisor. So how's that going with that change? I'm sure for some of you that had Clay, it's been different.
Yeah, for sure. I think Clay had a big impact on definitely the sophomores to the juniors now. But he was great leader, great ag advisor for us, and seeing Miss Reynolds come in, it's been a change, but it's been a good change, I think. Christensen's still kind of involved a little bit, but he's definitely taken a big step back, like you were saying. But I think Reynolds will be ready for this year, and she'll be a great coach and advisor for years to come.
She seemed to be really involved from what I saw at Fair and down at State Fair. So it's great that you have someone who's young and really excited about it and wants to continue on with the program. That's great.
Right.
Yeah, she jumped in because we never really do this early of livestock judging contests, but it was nice to see her jump in and help run some practices for us. So.
Well, good. Good.
Yeah, and kind of like back on Mr. Christensen, I know for me and Colton, for all of our freshman year, most of the officers that made the team were on the conduct of chapter meetings team the first year, and I wouldn't say we got along the best, but Christensen put up with us, and it was good. It's gonna be sad seeing him step down a little more, but
at least he's still around.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice to see him as involved as he is still. He does a lot.
I don't think, he talks big, but I don't think he can ever step completely away.
Right. Yeah, and even now with our officer meetings where only the advisors are supposed to come, Christensen still definitely comes in and voices his opinion and has a good time with us. So
Good. Well, you guys are really lucky that you have, advisors who are so involved and want to see you guys succeed so much.
Yeah.
Right.
So what else have we got going on?
We just started up our monthly meetings.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had that FFA barbecue. We do that as our first meeting of the year every year and invite new members, kind of show them how our meetings work and show them what FFA is like a little bit. And we did have some new members. It was nice to see some new faces for sure. Pretty good turnout this year.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great first start to the year, especially with Reynolds being a new advisor. She really jumped in with both feet. She came and picked us up from our FFA leadership camp, and that was the first time that we as a chapter kind of met her. Mm-hmm. And so it was just really nice to see that what she was involved in at FFA camp and kind of all of her ideas are really coming together, and she's really wanting to be involved in the chapter and with everybody in it. So it was a great first start to the year for sure.
Good. Well, and that barbecue is always a nice place to get the freshmen's parents involved with the alumni and get some of those people back together and let the alumni have their meeting as well for their planning for you guys.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how the meeting went 100%, but Miss Randy West, she stepped down as head president last year, and so with the new president coming in, she's been doing really great so far, and I think from what I heard how the meeting went, she led them well, and she's going to be making Miss Randy proud, so.
Good. Quality Kubota machinery and customer care from the heart. Proudly serving Sheridan and the surrounding area since 1996. Go online to heartlandkubota.com or stop by Heartland Kubota, 2450 Heartland Drive. So I heard something about some Hawaiian shirts or something and some caps. What's going on there?
Yeah, so for a new fundraiser, our officers, one of our first meetings, were talking about new fundraisers, and we thought Hawaiian shirts would be a pretty good idea. Just because, I don't know, most people like them, and then they just be an easy way to sell throughout the school or to the community for like football games or basketball games and stuff. And then the caps we usually sell with King ropes, and that's usually a pretty good fundraiser for us.
Yeah, going back to Mr. Christensen, the shirts were kind of in turn kind of his idea, but us as an officer team, we really decided that the shirts were a great idea in the first place, and we wanted to make a new fundraiser and stuff like that, and so Christensen kind of helped make that happen with the new Hawaiian shirts. We got them in 2 colors, I think it is, blue and yellow, and so they got the bronc heads on them, some palm trees and stuff like that, so it's not super ag related, but I think it'll be a great fundraiser for the ag department and stuff like that. So
well, it's always good to have some new ideas and freshen some things up. And somebody please tell Riley West that there's Hawaiian shirts, because I know he'll buy one.
I'm surprised we haven't thought of that. We could get some extra money rolling in.
Yeah, we're just gonna send one down to Burns or Cheyenne. And
Yep. Yeah, market them to your other FFA chapters,
Yeah.
Tell them you guys want to be cool like us.
Yeah, we might put it in a New Horizons catalog or magazine. Or
Yeah, heck yeah.
send them down to Gillette.
Yeah.
Have them wear it throughout the school.
Yeah, there's quite a few FFA chapters, because there's a lot of counties just like Sheridan has 3. I mean, I don't know if people realize that, but there's John B. Kendrick, there's Clear Creek at Claremont, and then the Tongue River. So, I mean, it's not just one FFA chapter per county. There's some that have several, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like Cheyenne, I mean, they have 2 chapters just in Cheyenne alone, and we have 3, like you were saying, and there's just, like, when you really look at it, there's a lot of chapters throughout the entire state. Like, when you go to the state convention, there's over 1,500 people there every night, and I mean, that might be including parents, but you don't get very many parents that come to state convention. So seeing, like, those 13 to 1,400 kids that really do show up, it's really special to see that at this point in life. I mean,
so I'm gonna ask a serious question now because we've had a lot of fun. But what does FFA mean to you, and why are you in it?
I think FFA just means, I just feel like it really discovers new friendships and new learning opportunities. Like, I know there's a lot of people in our chapter that hasn't really grown up in a true agricultural life. And once they come to our FFA chapter, I feel like they learn a lot. And most of their new friends, they're more of agricultural side of stuff. And they just get more of, like, in that lifestyle. Like, I know our chaplain, she grew up in, like, a city. And when she came here, she joined FFA. And then just kind of has loved it since. And she came to Slack and did great. And I think that's just what FFA is about, is just learning new stuff and kind of meeting new people. So.
yeah, just to piggyback off that, I mean, FFA has really kind of increased all of my public speaking abilities and kind of my people skills a little bit. And I think that throughout freshman year to now, my public speaking has really increased. Doing Creed my freshman year, doing Parley my sophomore year, and now I'm doing Parley and Extemp this year. So we'll definitely increase that a little bit more, and I think that it's just been a great impact on life and in general, and kind of just going off what Levi was saying. I mean, it's really important to kind of see what all goes on in the world and how it all works and functions, and agriculture is a big part of that. So
Yeah, the leadership skills that come from this, like going through the whole officer application process. Even though I wasn't selected this year, great practice for the real world. I mean, applying for a job, because you have to go through some paperwork and interviews, and definitely all the people you meet. I've met more people in FFA than I have doing any sports or anything. Met some great mentors that have taught me lots of things. But yeah, the leadership skills that come from it are great.
Yeah. And kind of like how Steven's saying, you meet a lot of new people. Like, through sports, I feel like you meet a lot, but they're kind of like just between games or whatever. And then once you, like, go against them, you're not really friends anymore. But in FFA, I feel like everyone just becomes friends and doesn't really care who wins or loses. Everyone's just happy there, and I think it's a great time.
yeah, like they were both saying, I mean, at state convention, you don't really see it as a competition. You kind of see it as you get to hang out with your buddies and kind of an ag-related sense, and get to compete a little bit friendly competition. And it's not really everybody's just gunning, oh, I want to be the best, oh, I want to do this. It's just you want to have fun, you want to have a good time, and do it with your buddies. And I think FFA really enhances that.
Well, it will be 30 years that I've been out of high school next year, so I'm telling my age. But I can tell you that some of my best friends still to this day are people that I met through FFA and those connections. And it's been really fun to see their kids now be a part of FFA. Xander Depew's mom and I started kindergarten together, and she never had anything agriculture, but it's so fun to see kids like that I've got to see. I mean, got to see you grow up. I got to see you, I just met you last year, but you all three, I've seen you guys grow so much as people and leaders, and your speaking ability. And it's just been really fun as an alumni to see that it continues.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the alumni group has a big part in our FFA chapter. I mean, they've supported us, I can't tell you how many times, with Barn Bash. Like, you've put on Barn Bash last, I don't even know how many years, for a long time now. But we couldn't do it without the alumni group, and we really appreciate you guys putting in the effort and helping us out wherever and whenever we need it.
Well, it's great to be able to do that, to help provide scholarships for you guys to go on? Because I'm sure as you guys, you're all, what, juniors?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you still have another year until you start applying for your college scholarships. But I know that the state FFA and your local FFA chapters both give out pretty good scholarships for ag-related fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of last year's seniors received scholarships, like most of them, I believe. So,
Yeah.
see.
Everyone that applied.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's nice to see that the alumni does that, but not only does our chapter do that, our state does it. I know for one competition in general, the mechanics competition, if you win one of the sections, whether it be welding or the electrical unit, they give you, I believe it's $1,000 for either Wyotech or some other ag-related college in the state to go to, and they give you a pretty good scholarship for that. So.
Well, and Colton, you hit on a really good subject there too that I think people sometimes forget when you talk about FFA and even 4-H. Sometimes people get really focused on the animals, and with FFA, there's a lot of the leadership, but there's a whole ag mechanics side of this that you guys have a competition for as well. That for the diesel tech future, mechanics, everything else, and I think people forget that that's a whole nother section you guys have and participate in.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of CDEs and a lot of LDEs that we compete in as a chapter. I think that there's only a couple teams that we don't usually have go to state. But, I mean, we have livestock judging that usually goes to state, ag mechanics, ag sales, agronomy. I mean, there's so many different things that you can compete in as an FFA member anywhere in the state, honestly. And it's just really cool to develop those life skills that you could really go into a career path for and learn it for free while it's right now, you know. So
yeah, and just like Colton was saying, there's just so many. It almost develops like what you want to do in life, like through diesel mechanics or whatever you want to do. Just if you choose that, you could go through FFA and you can learn more about it. Like all the advisors have so much like knowledge and all that it'll really help you like decide what you want to do in life also. So
well, and the people you get to meet down the road from, like you said, the different colleges, the recruiters, the tech schools, you know, Stephen touched on it, just the different people in the agriculture world that help you guys. I will put it to you this way, it doesn't just stop when you're in school. It continues on.
Yeah, absolutely. And something we haven't really touched on yet, the Ag Expo we did.
Oh, yes.
Just recently, that, you know, a lot of the younger kids probably think that FFA is kind of cows and farmers, and there's a lot more to it, and I think that's one of the most important things we do, honestly, is that Ag Expo. Since we don't have like a junior high chapter, so I mean, our outreach isn't so much to that younger generation, and we want to keep all the younger kids joining our chapter. I mean, it was all the fourth graders, but I mean, I remember going to that when I was in fourth grade, and that was a super fun time for me to see all those different things and to learn just how many different events and that kind of thing are in FFA. It's not just all agriculture.
Yeah, like for the Ag Expo, they just set up a bunch of different posters and booths, and so the fourth graders just go around, and the people just talk to them about it, and it really, they might not learn a lot at that age, but once they get older, they'll definitely remember some of it, and it'll definitely help them.
Yeah, the different companies and the different people that came to that really had a big impact. I know Moxie Schreibers, they came to it, veterinary clinic. They brought some animals down. I know a couple members brought some animals down to the fairgrounds. And, I mean, those fourth graders just had a blast. They got to go around, see animals, see a couple of posters, and see some yarn spinning. I mean, there's just so many different things that we do at that Ag Expo. Like, you can learn a lot of stuff. And, I mean, even though they are fourth graders, it's still a great opportunity for them to learn agriculture-related career paths. So.
And I believe the Sheridan County Cattlewomen are involved
Yes.
in putting that on. So thank you to them for helping to get that. Thank you to you guys for being there to help all the FFA chapters that came in and helped. And people who brought animals. Shorty was supposed to have made an appearance, but it's a little hard to get him there when I'm at work. But yes, but anybody wants to see Shorty, come on out. He loves people. So, Yeah, it's a great thing that the community works together to put this on.
Absolutely. It's nice seeing all the little kids asking questions about
Mm-hmm.
all the different things and how happy they are when they see the animals and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who doesn't love the cute little baby goats and stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they even had like a little bottle calf that was a couple weeks old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it was one of the breeds that was supposed to be smaller also.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
all the kids love that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said, who doesn't love a baby? So what else, guys? We've covered a lot.
Yeah, I think just one thing that to focus on this year is, as an officer team for Levi and I, and even the members, is just some just respect to everything, and I mean, kind of unify as one chapter and not kind of be separated, but really come together as a brotherhood and embody that FFA mindset and be just a team, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll say even as a member, this year's officer team, not being an officer, I've been included in everything. It's been a real good feeling, like in the meeting room and in the ag classrooms, with this officer team and our FFA chapter as a whole.
Well, good.
I think that's something else FFA really helps with is respecting people. Like I know at County Fair, it's all basically John B. Kendrick with a couple Tongue River kids and Claremont kids. But like at the end of the day, whoever wins, everyone's happy for them. Kind of all friends in the show ring, which I think is also great. How we just all kind of just go together and help each other out at whenever we need it, basically.
Well, yeah, speaking of that, I mean, I know that if somebody needs help, if they've got 2 animals in a class, you know, I see any of you kids jumping in and, yeah, we'll help you out. We got it, you know, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah,
I
thank you
will
for having us.
definitely have you back again because I know there's lots going on with FFA. There always is. But thank you guys, and we appreciate you being here. And we want to thank our sponsors today, Heartland Kubota and True Built Builders. For more news, sports, and podcasts, check out SheridanMedia.com.